Good morning, my fourth grade friends, and welcome to day 1 of solving problems about time and money. So a lot of this could be review from previous grades, but we are going to work on it for today and the remainder of next week, okay? So, time and money. Today we're going to be doing 3 pages together, 579, 580, and 581, and then you're going to be working on your iReady lesson that goes along with this lesson, okay? And that is a grade, and I'm going to have it due the day of our comprehension check, which is next Friday. So you have a week to work on it. There's no reason why it shouldn't be done, and it's great practice on time and money, obviously. So let's get right into it. So, page 579. Shing does chores for 1 hour, 15 minutes on Wednesday, 25 minutes on Thursday. Shing spends a total of 115 minutes doing chores on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. How many minutes does he spend doing chores on Friday? Okay, so Wednesday, I'm just going to put as a W, he spends 1 hour, 15 minutes, okay? Then on Thursday, he spends a total of 25 minutes. And then on Friday, we have no idea. We just know that the total is 115, maybe if I wrote the right number, 115 minutes altogether. But we have 2 different units here. We have hours and minutes here and then minutes here. And our total is in minutes. So that means we need to convert this 1 hour into minutes. And I'm just going to write off to the side that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, right? So technically, we could plug in this 1 hour with a 60 and then add 15. 60 plus 15 is 75 minutes, okay? So Wednesday and Thursday, we have 75 and we have 25. So if we add those up, 75 minutes plus 25 minutes, 5 plus 5 is 10, 7 plus 1 is 8, plus 2 more is 10, right? So now, between Wednesday and Thursday, we have 100 minutes. And if all together he did chores for 115 minutes in those 3 days, we can take our 115 and subtract 100, and whatever the difference is, that's how much time he spent on chores on Friday. So 5 take away 0 is 5, 1 take away 0 is 1, 1 take away 1 is 0. So that means he spent 15 minutes doing chores on Friday. So then we're going to write a sentence with that. So, Shing spent 15 minutes doing chores on Friday. Okay? So we've had to just convert our hours into minutes, and once we had everything in the same unit, it was easy. We just added what we already knew and then subtract it from the total, which is what we also knew. And then the difference is 15. So that means 75 plus 25 plus 15 is 115 minutes. And you can also think of that, friends, as quarters, right? 75 cents plus 25 cents is $1. We still have that extra 15 minutes. So we knew Friday he had to have spent 15 minutes on those chores, okay? So if you have any questions on this problem, please pause here. If not, we're just going to look at some connections on page 580, and then we will be doing some vocabulary on page 581, okay? So, number 1 says, explain how to find how many minutes Shing spends doing chores on Friday. So we can say you had to subtract the number of minutes spent on Wednesday and Thursday from the total number of minutes 115 minus 100 is equal to 15 minutes on Friday. Okay? And again, that's just putting into words what we did on this page, okay? So now, looking ahead, you can use a visual model such as a bar model, ding, 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 look what's back, to solve multi-step problems. You can also write and solve an equation. Suppose you want to solve the problem below. Lucy has 2 hours to do errands. She spends 15 minutes at the post office, 45 minutes at the grocery store, and 40 minutes getting a haircut. How much time does Lucy have to get her car washed? So the bar model at the right shows the information in the problem. Remember that 2 hours is equal to 120 minutes. So they did the converting for us. And then they have the minutes. So 15 minutes, 45 minutes, 40 minutes. And then they knew that all of these had to add up to 120 so they could find the difference to get W. So using the bar model, what expression could we come up with? We could come up with 15 plus 45 plus 40 to figure out what she's done so far, right? So we have 40 plus 45, which is 85, plus another 15. So we could technically do, right? We could do 85 plus 10, which is 95, plus 5 more, which is 100. So she spent 100 minutes on these 3 errands. So these 3 add up to 100 minutes. So if she has 120 minutes or 2 hours, we could do 120 minus 100 of the minutes she already took up to figure out that she has 20 minutes to wash her car, okay? Which is possible. She has plenty of time to do that, especially if she goes through one of those ones where she just drives through. So we just took the numbers that we already were given, and then we subtracted them from the total because we were also given the total, okay? And then number 3, I want you to tell me how the bar model helps you solve this problem, okay? So how does this help you get to this, okay? So once you do that, I want you to come back to fill out this vocabulary chart with me, okay? In our problem, our word is multi-step problem, which is what we just did together. We had to figure out an unknown by doing something first and then using what we did first to help us solve it, right? So what is a multi-step problem? A multi-step problem is a word problem that requires more than one step to solve, right? Makes sense, multi-step, more than one step. So requires more than one step to solve. What I know about it, I can use a visual model. We've been using those all year, right? Bar models, graphs. So I can use a visual model such as a bar model to solve multi-step problems. I can also write and solve an equation. So that's just using the skills we've been learning all year to help us solve the equation, okay? So some examples of a multi-step problem. I could say I buy 2 stickers and 3 beads. The stickers and the stickers, cost $1.75 each. The beads cost 50 cents each. How I paid with a $10 bill. What will be my change? And I'm actually going to switch up this table a little bit. I'm just going to do the steps, okay? So step 1 would be to figure out how much everything costs, right? So I first need to figure out the total cost. So I could say I bought 2 stickers times $175 plus 3 beads times 50 cents, right? Or I could also add them. And then find my total cost there. And then step 2, or the final step, would be to subtract the total cost from the $10 bill. Oops, sorry friends, my lights just turned off. To figure out the change, okay? So we had to do 2 steps to get to our answer. We couldn't just do one thing to get to our final result. We had to do a step in between to get there, okay? And then we are skipping number 2. You can do it for extra credit if you want, but I want you to focus on that iReady, okay? So if you go onto your to-do list, you should have an iReady lesson on time and money. That will be due on Friday, okay? So let's try to get a lot of it done today, so that way next Friday you won't have to worry about it. And if you have any questions, please just let me know. Happy time and money.